All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Flutter Fridays. Yes, I did make sure that the music was turned down before I actually started playing it, because normally it's like on like level 50 and like I have to turn it down to level 10, and this time I actually remembered to not start it on 50 this time. But yep, welcome back to Flutter Fridays. I'm sure no one wants to see me, so I'll bring some other people up on stage to join me. I have Doug. Hello, Doug. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you doing, Tyler?
I'm doing fantastic. But it's not just going to be me and Doug. We got Hamdan. Hello, Hamdan. How you doing?
Hey coach, I'm good. Very excited for this one though.
Woo! Flutter Fridays. All right, and we
Flutter
also
Fridays.
have another intern joining us, Natasha. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
All is well. It's always a great day when it's Flutter Friday. Did you want to give a little intro of who you are?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm also an intern at AdSign, and I've been kind of taking up a role of front-end development. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But yeah, that's my intro. I'm from Toronto, Canada as well. So yeah.
Woo! All right. And as exciting as it is to have our interns, we also have a special guest today coming all the way from Kenya, Kendi. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi guys, hi Tyler. Thank you so much for having me.
Did you want to give a short intro on yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Kendi. I'm from Kenya. I am the co-organizer for Flutter Kenya. I'm really honored to be here. I've been checking you out, guys, and seeing the amazing thing that you guys do, bringing other devs and people I literally look up to in the community, which is super duper cool. Besides that, I run the community every Wednesday. We normally have like interesting topic to just discuss and talk what we're doing on and discuss how we handle our different tech in our workplace or even in our projects. So yeah, it's pretty cool to be here. And also, I love speaking at tech communities. So if there is any organizer here and is looking for a speaker, I offer myself. Yeah, and thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's pull up the slides. Woo! It is Flutter Friday time. All right, if you are new around here, Flutter Fridays is a little game show, quiz show, I guess you can say. We use Menti, so if you haven't used Menti before, you can go on your phone or your computer. You can go to menti.com, enter that little code there, 65. I'll put this in the chat, 65690979, and you enter that and you'll join the quiz. So we'll give everyone a couple minutes there to join.
Use the QR code.
Or you can use the QR code. That's right. Look at that technology.
I recently learned how they work, and it's wild.
They read the white in between the black, right? They don't actually read the black.
Yeah, I actually think it can be inversed, but it like reads it from like bottom right up and then down in like a weird little squiggle, and like 50% of it is like not even neat. It's like redundancy as well.
Huh. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder how they came up with that idea, because that's like, just looking at it, it's like, how do you come up with something like that?
It's just a fancy barcode. It's like a 2D barcode, really.
Kind of unrelated, but they actually made them really pretty now. There's like QR code art out on the internet.
QR code art, interesting.
That, yeah.
Yeah,
like AI generated.
I've seen some.
Okay, yeah, and also if you missed the QR code there or the code itself, the code is always at the top of the slides there, so you can join at any time. But before we do get into all of the fun questions and all of the fluttery stuff, we do have some rules that Natasha will tell us about.
Yes, so everyone, let's read together the Flutter Friday rules. So let's have fun. Please be kind and respectful to everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to add them to the chat. And to participate in the quiz, go to the link which is at the top of the slides there, and use the code, the number code there. And any bad behavior, guys, will result in ineligibility of prize winnings. I don't expect any bad behavior, but Flutter Fridays is an amazing community every time. And that's the link to the Flutter Fridays terms and conditions. Turns out it's been updated recently, so let's have fun, guys. That's the best and most important rule.
All right. But now if you win Hamdan, what do you get?
All right. This is kind of the most exciting part. So we do have prizes for you all. The first one gets a $25 gift card. Second one gets a $15 gift card. And the third one gets a $10 gift card. These gift cards will be rolled out to your region-specific gift card. They can be your AWS card or, Amazon gift cards or other gift cards that are supported in your region.
And what denomination is that in? Well, not denomination. Currency is that in?
That's US dollars. Yes.
It is US dollars.
I took for that granted.
I said denomination. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. I'm tired.
I saw the dash and almost thought even the dash is part of the prize.
Oh, that'd be cool. We should see if we could do that. Start sending out little dashes. I think there's only like a certain number of them though, and they're like really like internal things.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of dashes on Flutter extended events. But yeah, you can always send digital dash. They have this cute customizations available.
A digital dash? They're like NFT dashes. All right, here we go. So we have some fun questions here just to kick us off, get us nice and warm. Doug, did you want to say it out?
Yeah. So, what is your favorite package for state management? Fun question, or maybe controversial? I don't know. I know it's a hot topic.
Is it really fun?
I like the question. As long as there's no getX on here, it'll be fine. What did I do?
Randall has strong opinions about getX. Don't say it too loud.
Oof.
I think everyone is correct. It is obviously Riverpod.
I feel like this is one of those topics that Flutter engineers will always argue about.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
getX is really easy to use, but has a very poor community and support. So I am with Randall.
Kendi, which one do you use preferably?
Well, I've used Flutterblock extensively, but mostly it's because of the nature of the project that I was working on, And also, most of the engineers then they decided, you know what, let's all use Flutterblock. So yeah.
Pure streams, wow. getX is training wheels for your motorcycle. Randall.
Surprised no one's put just like provider.
You know what? Yeah, there's typically like one or two of those. I guess everyone's starting to move away from it, or maybe the provider people are out doing provider stuff.
The providers people shifted to Riverpod.
Somebody said not getX.
There we go.
Anything but. Much rather use inherited widget than getX.
Do we have another fun question, or is it just this one?
Just this one.
Okay.
But, I mean, we could make one up if you want.
Yeah, sure. Does anyone have any fun questions? Where's everyone tuning in from today? Do we have other people from Kenya watching this for Kendi?
Yes, I actually have a couple of my friends from the community, so I think they should be on the call as well.
Ooh, well, thank you for joining us. Great to have you guys. Portland, Oregon. Yeah, that's right. We got a Canada, Texas. Oh yeah, we got a couple Kenyas. We got Nigeria. Oh, nice to see you, David. How you doing, man? Tanzania. Let's go. It's great. It's so cool seeing how global everyone is. My secret underground.
Flutter Fridays going places.
It is. It's all around the world. Spreading the love.
I hope Randall is in the call. I hope he is.
Randall, if you want to be a guest again, we're happy to have you.
Yeah.
Let us know. All right, are we ready to get into this? Flutter Friday, here we go. Who's gonna win it? Who's gonna take home the crown for this week? And I guess we could just kind of pop down the list so I can. Doug, you can start the questions.
Okay.
We
Waiting for the
got
players.
14 people in.
I'm
can wait,
waiting
like-
for Nessie, the Loch Ness monster, whoever that is.
Yeah, like Tyler mentioned, every week they have something new.
And if you have any like cool ideas for our Flutter Fridays, feel free to reach out to us. Or if you want to be a special guest, just let us know, and we will talk about it, and we'll talk about the theme and what we'll do. We are always open to suggestions, comments, opinions, concerns. All
Do we
right,
have
I think we can. Oh, go ahead, Doug.
I was going to, do we have a theme for this one? I know Hamdan was in charge of these questions.
Yeah, I'm
Is
done.
there a theme, or is it just random?
That's a very good question. I don't think so. There was a theme.
The theme is there is no theme.
General
Yes.
Flutter knowledge.
That you should probably enable in your learn something from your and then use it in your projects.
All right, we got 18 people. Let's do it, Doug.
All right, let's do it. Okay, first question. As always, answer faster to get more points. Which of the following text styles is depreciated, i.e. shouldn't be used anymore in Flutter? Body large, body text 2, display medium, or title small?
You know, honestly, like, have no idea.
Yeah, I feel like most of the time I end up just like using, like extending the theme and stuff and
Yeah.
using my own ones.
If you see, this has happened a lot in the Flutter thing. A lot of the packages have been deprecated. A lot of properties have been deprecated.
Nice. Body
Yeah.
text 2. It looks like a pretty good chunk
Body
of
text 2 is
that.
gone, boys. Yeah, that's gone.
Have you used body text 2 before it was deprecated?
Yeah, it was like in 2.7, 2.6.
Oh, so that
Flutters.
wasn't even that long ago.
That was new. Yeah, it wasn't very long ago.
Oh. All right, David with a strong lead. Can he keep it up? Here we go. Question 2. We got 19 players now. Let's go. The blank widget prevents its subtree from receiving pointer events by terminating hit testing at itself. Is it the gesture detector, activate action, absorb pointer, or action listener? Oh, these questions are pretty tough this week.
Let's see, is it?
Are they enough to stump Randall? Maybe this is our week for questions to stump Randall.
Unlikely.
Yes, very. Randall dropping some knowledge in there. The body text 2 was default for text, I see.
So I see
Oh,
a lot
nice.
of people who's got this correct.
Everyone knew that.
Are activate action and action listener actual widgets? Are they the ones you've made up, Hamdan?
I'm sorry, I did not get that.
Are activate action or action listener, are they real widgets?
Oh, yeah. They are real widgets. I did not make this up. I did not make this up.
What does
Not
activate
this one.
action do? I don't think I know that one.
I'm not so sure about that.
I don't know what it does.
Does anyone in chat know what activate action does?
I'm sure
Kendi,
Randall
do you know?
does.
No, I don't think I know either.
We went deep in the archives for that one. That'll be our question for next Flutter Friday.
You leaked one away.
Oh, David with the fastest answer. He's up by 4 points right now. Randall in a tight third, though. I'm done. This one's yours.
All right, here's the next question. Which of the following statement is true about implementing static interop using static interop indentation in Dart? That it enables static interop with JavaScript in Dart. It is deprecated and should not be used. It enables static interop with other Dart libraries and not JavaScript. And it is used to specify variables, static variables in Dart classes. Which of the following is true about static interop?
Natasha, do you know this one?
I don't know this one. It's because it's too many words. Like, you know, when you have multiple choice and then you have like the single answer multiple
Yeah.
choice versus the sentence multiple choice. Those ones
Man,
are.
I don't know.
Like, I'll look
This
at
is
my-
there so everyone takes a lot of time reading.
Yeah, this is like a time thing.
Ooh, a lot of people still
A
got
lot
that.
of people. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know how you guys like have like time pressure on you and you have to read every answer and still know which one it is. That's awesome. Or you're just lucky and you guessed right.
It's good that no one guessed the last one though.
Do you want to explain why, Doug? For those that may not know.
Well, I don't. I just know that you don't really use sort of like these type annotations very often, because we don't have meta, what do they call it, meta programming and Dart yet.
So yeah, you can just support Dart supports calling JavaScript packages using interoperability.
We got Bodie McBoatface showing up on the leaderboard now.
Do you know where that name came from?
I can't say I do. No.
So it was there was some new exploration boat being made, and they took it to the public as to what it should be called as a public vote, and this was the top voted name for the boat. But then they didn't name it that because
No.
yeah, I know. That was
The
the sad
people
thing about
had
it.
spoken though. Do you know what they ended up calling it?
This maybe Attenborough, because after David Attenborough, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it might be that.
Well, there you go. We come to Flutter Fridays not to learn Flutter, but cool fun facts like that. Oh, we should do that. We should like throw in some super random like general quiz knowledge questions every now and then just to stump people.
Or maybe like like something that's so tangential to Flutter, but you can like link it back.
Oh, we lost two people. All right, Natasha.
Okay, so guys, which of the following is the correct syntax for declaring the use of the internet in the Android manifest for Android apps? Maybe this will narrow it down for you guys. Uses permission. Permission Android. Uses feature. Permission dash group. So which one is it? Kind of just look at the first word.
Apologies if it's really small.
Yeah, I tried to make it as big as possible, but for whatever reason, I did not like it.
Menti does not like
long
answers.
I had to put spaces in to make it big-ish, but it's still not that big. But...
Oh yeah, me too, Randall. When I saw this question, I was like, man, do people actually know this by heart? And apparently they do. Oh my God.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe they just picked the first one.
Maybe. I see a trend here.
We'll see who's on the leaderboard.
Oh yeah, the ship is named after Attenborough. Nice. But there is a boat on it called Bodie McBoatface. I love that. Oh, it looks fine on mobile. Randall says. Okay, that's good. Oh, David holding it down this week. Are you able to hold on to that though? All right, Kendi, you will be up next to say the question.
Okay. What library exposes the lowest level services used to bootstrap applications such as classes for driving the input, graphics, text, and layout? So we have gestures library, that UI, physics library, or scheduler.
Ooh, a good question here.
Low level. Oh, everyone's confident.
That was so quick.
Ooh. Nice. Wow. Man,
You
you
got a
guys
really
are
good
like
crowd.
seasoned veterans now. Oh my goodness.
Used like the Dart UI library, like the raw stuff that comes from it.
Yeah.
I haven't. But
Hamdan, have you used that? Like for
Yeah.
like the super low level stuff?
I have used the type library. I'm not very sure if that will qualify as low level stuff.
So is it like that particular time that you know you're using something and then it automatically imports itself?
yeah. I feel like it's like, like the render objects and stuff. I think like if you want to use those, I think that comes straight from the sort of Dart UI library.
Yes, Pranav, there's a physics library as well.
Oh, David and Arish, they're like battling right now. This is like battle of the century here. Ooh,
Break down.
time to drink some water. Stretch those legs.
No water on me.
Where's Randall's was it Coke Zero?
That was pretty intense. Like how quick question, how are you guys generating the question?
So I don't know about Hamdan, but I typically just like visit dart.dev or flutter.dev and I just click on random links until I see a fun fact that I think would be super useful for devs to know. Or I'll keep up to date with some of the Flutter news, any breaking changes that happens, or any cool things about packages or libraries, and I'll add them. I'm not sure what Hamdan's strat is. These questions are banging though.
FYI, I have learned from the best. So yeah, I do that too. I run through the docs and see what's interesting enough so that our audience should know. Make the quiz more resourceful for our audience.
So in other words, we need to really, really read the docs,
Yes, 100%. So if you want to win these, you got to be nose deep in those docs. Also, excuse me, sorry. We have all of our resources in a resource doc. So at the end, you can scan the QR code, or we will also put the doc link in the chat for everyone. You can go ahead and check those out, and you can read everything that we've done in the past and for this Flutter Friday. What were you saying, Kendi?
So we were talking before, and Kendi, you were saying, did you go to Flutter Forward? Like, were you there in person?
Yes, I was there, yeah.
What was it like?
Pretty interesting. Really, really nice. It was also very nice to like have guys come to Africa. Some came for the first time, and the updates were also mind blowing from hearing that now safety went like to 100%. A couple of interesting updates in Pella and such stuff. Yeah, it was pretty nice. And also taking photos with other devs was also nice.
Yeah.
I specifically loved the theme they had this year, the slide theme, the deck theme.
The theme, yes. I feel like they normally come up with really interesting themes, and you're like, oh wow, this is working perfectly cool.
True.
But also meeting engineers and seeing like the crazy things that they're doing behind the scene. Like, did you see what companies like what Flutterflow are doing? Like, it was pretty impressive. Yeah. And also guys from Very Good Ventures, like people are doing crazy stuff out here, and you're like, oh wow. Yeah.
That's true.
I saw someone in the chat earlier had said physics library with 2 question marks. If you're not familiar with it, there is actually a physics library that you can import and play around with. If you haven't played around with it, I highly recommend it. We've actually talked about the physics library a few times in Flutter Fridays. So if you want, I'd recommend going through a resource doc and just like Command F or Control F physics library, and you can read all of the documentation that we found on it or have talked about in the past Flutter Fridays. It's a lot of fun to use. You should definitely check it out if you haven't.
I guess I haven't used it personally, but I guess is it used for like the scroll effects and
Yeah, like things
Ripple
like that.
effects,
Anything
yeah.
that you would think would require physics, but like not actually. It's how do I explain that?
Is
It's
it
like
just
you.
a bunch of like pre-made math equations?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Also, I
It's like
think also
gravity.
things. Oh,
Please
sorry.
continue.
Also things that require lots of animation as well. I think the
Yep.
physics library could come through tricky.
So I think like you can have like I don't know, this random example is coming to the top of my head, but anything that would be like an animation, it would like bounce off of like the bottom of the screen. Oh look, Randall says it, like bouncing, yeah. Anything that would take any effects like that would have like an effect of gravity on them almost.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely check it. It's really cool.
We good to
I guess
move
we should have like a physics library themed Flutter Friday. That'd be cool.
on? Definitely learn something.
Sounds fun.
Because
What
everyone
about-
loves animation.
Yeah, everybody. There are also some screens that maybe you find like some carving taking place, and you're wondering how did they even come up with this, and you know it's like highly coded. I think also that facilitates it as well.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll write that down for next time then. Are we ready to get into the second half? Whose turn is it? Is it your turn, Doug?
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Question 6. A couple more seconds. Next question is, the methods clipPath, clipRect, clipRect are defined under which class of the Dart UI library? ClipPath engine layer class, the codec class, the channel buffers class, or the canvas class? I feel like there may be a red herring in here.
I wonder which one.
Anyone would
It caught a few people out.
Okay.
It seems.
Nice.
But the answer is the canvas class.
And for those that don't know, what is it? What is it? Do you know, Natasha? Kendi, have you used clipPath and clipRect?
Not precisely.
Hamdan?
I've not used it.
Yeah, they create rectangles or a specific path. They clip your images, as the name suggests. And our rectangle is rounded rectangle. So yeah, that's it. And they exist in the canvas library, in that canvas class.
I think that's like when you use it with like the custom painters.
Yeah, I think Randall just mentioned that as well. If you haven't
yeah.
played with custom painters, you are missing out. 100% agree with that. Oh no, David didn't get that one. Oh no, David, no. Arish taking it. Oh, he's
still in
Ooh.
second.
Does
He'll
this
catch
mean Harry has got all questions right?
I think so. I don't think I've seen him not get one.
Must have.
All right, here we go. Question 7. Oh no, Xavier, it's okay. Shader compilation jank is an issue in which of the following engines? Is it Impeller,
Yes.
Skia, WebKit, or Chrome V8?
This
This
is kind
is
of an
good
easy one.
It's still a good question though.
Yeah, let's go, Hakeem.
Holding down 16th. Nice. Oh, David got a. Oh, Harish got a 989 on that. Oh my goodness. Are you even reading the questions? Hamdan, take it away.
All right. So what is a sliver in context of widget, Flutter? In context of Flutter, a widget, and your options are a widget that represents a single item in a list view or a grid view, a portion of scrollable area with custom scrolling behavior, a layout constraint that's used to define the size and portion of a widget, or a layer widget used to create scrollable content with fixed height. So I'm sure you've used sliver widgets.
We've talked about slivers before. Let's see if anyone was here.
I've been there. I've called them silvers for a very long time. And then I was like, okay, it's sliver.
The dyslexia really kicks in with that L in the I. Oh, yeah. Good chunk of people knew that. Man, we have like a really good audience today. Oh, boat face. Ooh.
Slivers, I feel like, are one of those things that, like, the concept of them, like, is quite hard to grab, but then once you get it, it's like, of course.
Yeah.
It's not one of the things you just have to use to, like, figure out, and then...
I find that for a lot of things in Flutter, honestly. You just got to play around with it enough to understand it.
I think the first time I interacted with Sliver, I was just out of curiosity. I was like, how do I make my application to scroll? But then also I want like the app bar to disappear. I don't want it to like continue staying there.
Yeah.
So, and then I came along the Sliver. At first I couldn't even pronounce it correctly, and then I was like, wow. Yeah.
That's such a good use case. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wow, even Randall still has the aha moments. You know, that's good to know, though, because, man, those aha moments are so satisfying. Natasha, here we go.
Okay, during a build, what does Flutter do with assets in the context of app development? Flutter converts assets into binary format for faster loading and improved performance. Flutter removes assets from the project. To reduce the overall app size, Flutter compresses assets into a single file for efficient storage and retrieval, or Flutter compiles assets into a special archive called the asset bundle that apps read from at runtime. That was a lot. Oh,
Yeah,
everyone
quite the
voted.
mouthful. And everyone
has voted.
Everybody already knew.
Wow. Man, I thought these questions would be a little bit tougher for everyone, but this they're taking it like it's nothing.
And oops.
We should have like
it's probably the first time Harish lost.
oh no.
Still,
He's still holding. I don't know. Oh my goodness. He had
Yeah.
time. We should have like a Flutter Fridays where it's like the most obvious Flutter questions, like is Flutter open source, and just like have like a speed run of it. But have like 20 questions. Everyone's quite guessing.
Last question.
Here we go. Who's gonna take it home?
Drum rolls. What is the correct command to generate localization for a Flutter project? Flutter generate localizations, Flutter generate gen localization, Flutter gen tenon, Flutter tenon gen.
Oh, who knows? Who has generated localizations for their Flutter project?
no.
I say JSON is the best database.
Oh, Randall guessed. That's good. That's good. We found a question that Randall does not know. You know what? I think we found Randall's weaknesses. It's the commands. Ooh, nice. That was a pretty decent spread on that. Nice work, everyone.
Do
Let's
you know
see
what
that.
L10? Do you know what L10 N stands for?
I
I
don't.
don't.
Let's look it up.
Apart from being really hard to say, like L10N. Like,
Yeah, why is it?
were there 9 other N's that weren't suitable? Or...
Maybe Randall knows that, or Chris.
I don't think I would have gotten this question either.
Yeah, I've
Gotta find out. Okay.
Ah. That's
Congrats,
cool.
Harish.
Internationalization. Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
now
Nice,
I remember
Harish.
using the I-18N.
David and then Sun God, Randall, Rohit. So if you are in top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then feel free to submit. 13th to 3rd. Wow, the come up, the underdog story, Pranav. Well played.
Cool. Congratulations to the winners.
Ooh, Flutter Friday. So yeah, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Because Randall likes to humbly donate his winnings. He disqualifies himself. 14th to 6th. 16th place winner, Xavier. Good job.
I was surprised by how many people got the questions right.
Yep.
I think some of them are really tricky.
You got a really good audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. I'd fail like every single one of these quizzes for sure.
Like 50% would be a good outcome.
But I don't know. Have you guys noticed that I feel like some developers these days are really embracing reading the docs a lot,
Mhm.
and they're understanding like the engine properly. So that explains why they're doing pretty well in the question at the same time. Or is it Chat GTP?
Yeah,
Sorry.
ChatGPT, yeah. Or Bard. Randall likes Bard.
Cool. But
You know,
yeah,
I found that ChatGPT, well, for when I was looking into it, just seeing its level, it came up with some pretty interesting code sometimes that looked like it should work, but just didn't at all. It's like, that was a good guess, but like, what on earth is this? What am I looking at? It may be different now, though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I do feel like it's like usually like 80% right.
Yeah.
And especially if you go much deeper than some basic things, it doesn't get
Oh, the
too
basic
well.
stuff, it's got it down. But like, if you really want to get into like the complex animations and
Okay.
stuff, no shot.
Pranav has an issue. I think he says Twitter handle field says incomplete.
Interesting.
Do we have some regex attached to that field?
Pranav, I think you can just reach out to us on Twitter. Just take a screenshot. We know who you are, so all good. Oh, nice. Oh, so Bard's pretty good then. Oh, cool. We got to check that out. We're gonna have an AI generated Flutter Friday coming up.
Yeah,
All of
someone's
the
losing
questions
their
are gonna be super wonky.
Oh god, that will be
We're
a
not gonna
disaster.
fact check any of them. All right. I think the next slide is the resources doc, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you are mistaken. Just
I
ask
am
us
mistaken.
anything.
Oh my goodness. How could I do that? Here, let me make sure that the resource doc is actually accessible. Have we got this Flutter Fridays questions in this one? No.
I don't
Okay, I will do that right after this is over.
For folks having issue in the Twitter field, please feel free to drop that in the chat box itself. Drop your Twitter handles.
favorite food.
Oh, interesting. My favorite food, everything.
That's the
Tell
best
us
That's
answer.
good.
something about the cuisine that's specific in your region.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to choose one, but I really love something that's called ugali. It's a local cuisine. It's basically corn flour mixed up properly and cooked properly, and then you either eat it with beef or vegetables, and yeah, and or also milk.
That sounds so good. You're making me hungry. I just ate.
Yeah.
What's everyone else's favorite food? Doug? I know that the UK has some interesting stuff over there.
I'd gotta just go like generic like pizza or steak.
All right. The next question will be what's everyone's pizza toppings? But Hamdan, what's your favorite food first?
I'd say the masala dosa. It's specific in the Indian region.
Oh, it's so good.
Man, I gotta try all this stuff. I want to try all these things. I feel like I eat so bland in comparison to everyone else. Natasha, what about you?
I really like spicy food. So anything spicy. I've tried a bunch of different Asian cuisine, like Indian and Korean. I'd say those two are like kind of the ones I really like because like they make really spicy stuff. And then actually also Thai food. Their Thai green curry. I don't know how they make it because like I love coconut flavored things. So that's really good. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with like, I'm sorry everyone, but fettuccine alfredo is always like a banger, especially at like 3 a.m. I don't know if anyone's had fettuccine alfredo at 3 a.m., but it's just like completely like out of this world.
Right.
Okay, what is
Oh.
everyone's favorite pizza toppings now? I need to know. If anyone says pineapple, I'm kicking you off the stage.
I was about to say that.
No,
I
no.
Guessed out. I have this thing where I actually can't. I don't know. I just can't eat pizza with tomato sauce anymore.
What? So you can't eat pizza, is what you're saying?
I eat pizza with Alfredo sauce.
Wh-
You've no-
What? What did I just hear? What?
It's really good.
Crazy.
It's really good. So
What's
Oh no,
Alfredo?
Natasha.
and it's not that I can't eat it. I'll eat it, but I just really like Alfredo sauce pizza now. And then I like make a little like gourmet order with like spinach and chicken on it and a lot of feta cheese.
I'm gonna have to test that out. I don't know. I'm questioning that one though.
It's really good to me. But yeah, so not even just toppings, but the base of the pizza is a little different preference. So yeah.
What about you, Hamdan? Pizza toppings.
Oh, that would be easy for me, like olives.
Olives. Okay, all right, okay.
Olives are good.
Doug?
Hakeem agrees with me.
Chicken and bacon and barbecue sauce.
That's a solid pizza there. And Kendi, anything else other than pineapple?
Lots of
Silence just won't accept pineapples.
No way.
yeah, lots of cheese and probably ham.
Oh, there you go.
Good. It's a go-to topping for me.
Mhm.
Oh, we got 8 questions now. What are you working on these days, Kendi?
Oh, I'm working on building my community a lot currently, and since I'm not having any job at the moment, so the community comes in for me.
Awesome. Love working with the community. It's always so much fun to meet all of these people and learn from them and teach them cool stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very rewarding.
How many programming languages do you need to know? That's a really tough question. You can know all of them, or you can know like one or none of them, and you could still be the best like cybersecurity person ever. It's
Not concept.
totally up to preference. Sorry, Natasha, go ahead.
Like, would it be more based on like understanding the concepts of it and the structures? It's not really too much about programming language.
Exactly.
I've been there before. I think it's more about deciding your priorities. Do you want to be on the blue team, on the red team? Do you want to develop tools that enable the blue team or the red team? If it's one of the earlier ones, you should focus more on how to utilize those tools. Or try hack the boxes. I did that for a lot of time, and this is a really good thing. I'm forgetting it. So yeah.
I feel like if you're going into web security, it might be worth knowing like JavaScript.
Yeah, fair enough. Need to know attack surfaces. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You can look into @sign.com as well. We're getting rid of attack surfaces so that you don't need to worry about them. I think Microsoft Learn might also have some pretty good cybersecurity courses. Assembly. Oh no, don't remind me of those days. I'm getting flashbacks now.
I used to have assembly as a part of my course curriculum. Oh god.
I don't know how I passed that course, honestly. Kendi, what was the coolest thing from Flutter Forward, in your opinion?
Can I say the food?
You know what? That is a good answer.
That's very
Yeah, but literally the updates and also getting to like have the Flutter team come to Kenya was really cool. Like you can imagine these are events you've always wanted to attend, and then they come on your home ground. That was really solid, chill thing. But also the updates were really amazing as well. Like knowing that there are a couple of improvements that we've been looking forward to like having, and then they're here. So oof, a win. Yeah.
That time ran another game show another day. What would it be? Ooh, we've tossed around some ideas. Nothing is solidified though. If you guys would like us to do another type of game show on another day, we are totally open to ideas. The interns are also full of ideas as well, so maybe you can ask them if they've thought of anything.
I've just thought of one right now.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's like a Flutter challenge.
Okay.
You have like get given like a design, and you have like 1 hour to implement that design.
Ooh, I love that.
It's probably just like a screen, maybe 2.
That'd be so cool.
And then
sounds like a design
public
sprint.
the public could rate the best one.
Because like Figma has like collaborative work, right? So we could just like come up or share like one board, and then everyone gets like their own little area on the board to go crazy on.
Make that more crazy by reducing the time from 1 hour to 8 minutes and make it crazy 8s.
Ooh,
Do you
crazy.
know a fun fact about that is you get to see how different people think and how they implement their stack, and you learn a lot from just, even if they're just 4 people participating, you would really see like crazy stuff that you didn't even know about.
That's a really good point. You'd have you, Tyler, like everyone shares their screen, and then like in like Ready Steady Cook or like any of these sort of like competitive shows, you'd come over at like a very unfortunate time when we're deep in thought. You're like, yo, what are you doing now? Tell us about your project, how you're doing something.
Oh, you know what? We could run that. That sounds like so much fun. Yeah, let's think about that. That's a good question. Thanks for asking us that. Coolest and new thing.
Oh, I have one. Coolest
Let's hear it.
thing. This is not Flutter related. I learned that you cannot park your car outside of a bank from reverse. Like you cannot, if there's a parking in front of a bank, you cannot park your car while you've reversed.
Interesting.
So you can't get away quickly, I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What if that's something like just everywhere?
Probably. I think there'd be something like closely related to that.
Can you imagine you just do the perfect Bay Park and you're like, yes. And then the police come over and ruin your work.
Like, nah, you can't do that. Sounds like cheating. Jeremy, I don't know how you're bad at front parking, man. It's so much easier to front park. I don't know if anyone's done like parallel parking in like a downtown city, but man, if you can accomplish that, you can accomplish anything in life.
I actually like parallel more. Like my
Ooh, and, like,
parallel
driving
front.
into a
and then-
spot?
I don't know.
Weird.
Many people can't parallel park. I don't
It's
know.
hard. It's a tough thing.
I actually can't think of anything that I've learned that's cool.
I've learned about @sign.
Woo! @sign.com.
While we are at it, am I allowed to say SSH no ports?
Of course you can. Let's go. Let's talk about it. What is it, Hamdan?
Oh, this thing is so cool. So I've been doing the refactoring work and I know every ins and out now. How SSH no ports work and how they work with how you can connect to SSH even when your port 22 is closed. That's kind of cool. It's the breakthrough of the decade, if I could call it.
There we go. You heard it here first. Breakthrough of the decade.
Yay. That's a big win.
Yeah. No, get that off the screen. Get out of here. Oh my. You know what? You know what? I will accept where if you have pineapple on pizza, it's not cooked with the pizza. It's just you have the pizza cooked and then you get like fresh pineapple and put it on top.
Sure.
That's the only time I will accept it. I love pizza. I love pineapple. They just do not go together. Sorry, this is a really political conversation for me, clearly. What kind of water bottle do you like the most? I like these metal ones, if that's the question.
I drink those like 2-liter ones.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. That's also
I
why
said like a big like Yeti one.
favorite language except Dart.
I'd have to say either Python or C++ for me.
Same.
TypeScript.
Actually. Same.
JavaScript, you said, Hamda?
TypeScript. Oh yeah,
Oh,
JavaScript as well.
Oh, yeah, that's of course. Doug?
What about Swift?
Ooh, Swift. That's a good answer. That definitely
I
counts.
want to learn Swift. Mine would be
Plus
Rust.
one.
though.
I feel like there's this thing that once you get a Mac, you just want to learn Swift.
Is DSA knowledge useful? It's crucial. Data structures and algorithms?
Yeah, of course.
I've been at a point where it is useful, so yeah, I can relate. I can say yes.
I'd say the most knowledge that I've applied towards my @sign internship has been from my DSA class. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
That's impressive. I think the more complex your project is, the more helpful and beneficial it is to know your data structures and algorithms and all of your computational complexities and whatnot, because you don't want to publish a really good app that has, poor performance, because then no one's going to use it, right? So it's important to understand how to organize all of that. Yeah, Randall, I think that's that's what they mean by DSA.
Oh, it's a term that just kind of happened for us because that's like the name of like our courses now in university.
True. DSAs and DAs.
Ad blockers to block ads is a ethical thing to do.
Controversy there.
That's a question.
Why?
I've thought about this a lot, and I still don't have an answer.
I don't think I have anything off the top of my head.
I mean, wait, so Why would you not? I'm confused about the ethical part. Like,
Yeah.
Because you're supporting the creator. You're supposed to support the creator by watching the ads.
Oh, I see.
So
Yeah, but then you also have like those big companies too, like New York Times and stuff, with their ads.
And it's
true.
also
They don't
the
need it.
tracking that goes along with the ads as well. It's like,
Mhm.
how far through the ad did you watch?
Yeah.
Like, was your mouse on it? That sort of stuff.
Oh,
That's where it gets a bit like, I'm not really happy about that. But I also understand the need to, for publications to have ads.
mhm.
Kendi, what's your opinion on this? Kind of controversial.
I'm not a huge fan of ads, so I use ad blockers a lot. But then again, I feel so bad because of the people who have their ads there, and I'm not watching them. So.
Valid.
I don't use ad blockers because I have the MacBook Pro slider to kind of. They still notice
Yes,
it.
me
So,
too.
I'm not concerned about
What's that
the
sorcery?
ethical.
It's just like when an ad pops up on like YouTube, you can like skip through it on the touch bar and just pull the like
Oh,
viewer thing all the way to the end.
that's an hack.
That's why Apple got rid of it, I think, mainly.
Still works on mine, but this
All
one
right,
was
did we answer all the questions?
is it back on the first one, or
I think
Yeah,
that
it must
might-
be.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Looks like we are.
All right.
Sorry, one more came in, I think. No? Okay, that was it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Kendi, for joining us today. Yeah, that is the link for the resources. Let me pop that link in the chat as well. Give us about 30 minutes to update it with these questions today. But here's also the link if you don't want to scan that QR code, and for those watching later on as well. All right. Does anyone else have anything before we go?
it was fun being here.
Thank you for joining us, Natasha. It was great having you.
Yay!
Do
thank
winners
you
need
for
to
having me.
DM on Twitter? Hakeem can deal with that. Yep. All right. Thank you so much, Kendi. Thank you, Natasha, Hamdan, Doug. Always great to have all of you. And have a wonderful Flutter Friday. And happy Canada Day to those in the White North tomorrow. And enjoy your weekend.
Okay, thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye bye, folks. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Bye.